Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Arthur Builds. In this one, I'm gonna show you my new video editing application called ReelBlocks. ReelBlocks is a sort of a canvas for video where you can build different blocks and join them together, nest them together, and it works a little bit like, I don't know if you're familiar with Max MSP. This was inspiration for building it this way. And the reason I built it is that my Adobe Elements application stopped working all of a sudden. So I went like, hey, I've got a better idea, and let's see if it's feasible. And then I built it, and actually, let's dive into it. Okay, so I'm gonna hit record on the screen and let's start looking at, I'm just gonna put this mic here. All right, so this is what we start with. It's pretty much a blank canvas other than having the preview in the middle here. So as you can see, if I use my hand tool, I can move around, I can zoom in, zoom out, and then I can drop different elements here. So let's start with looking at what we can get. We can add media, we can add watermark, text, voice note, or voiceover, assets and preview. This is a preview, we already have one, so what we need is media. I'm gonna grab the two recordings I have for Fluentish, and I'm gonna show you a cool little feature. So I'm gonna use the select tool, which I can use shortcut on my keyboard, V, to use, and then I basically get a group. All right, so I have to like drop it, like group it, and by dropping them close together. Right, so now you can see that I have this dotted outline around these two elements, and everything here is a block, but then you can have blocks made from other blocks, so you can stack them up in any way you want. And then a single block has got a single outlet I can connect to a single preview. It's a one-to-one relationship, but you can have multiple blocks and multiple previews, and you can sort of like do what you want, then sort of log them and drag them into this bigger cluster where you can use it with other blocks. You can do whatever you like here, really. Alright, cool. So quick intro. What I have here is my footage of me talking, recorded with this camera, just the way I'm doing it right now, and screen recording from my laptop, which is right here, and it's picking up the voice as I speak. I also have a dedicated mic, obviously, for the camera, so I have two sources of audio here, and yeah, I'm using Screen Record, the Macintosh, the OS X standard recording tool. And if I use Shift arrow up, I can change the order of these items, and you can see that I was recording Fluentish here, and right, so that's it. I've got both of this, and what I want to do now is the big recording has got the opening section where I want my face to be seen full screen. Then I want to start showing the screen recording as I walk you through the application, and I want to have picture-in-picture mode, so you can still see me, but it's a small picture in the bottom of the bottom corner of the screen. And then I want to add my watermark as well to the video, and I want this to be super easy, super smooth. I want it to be piece of cake, right? So ReelBlocks lets you do that quite easily. So let's have a look at first tool up here is called Sync Audio. If I press S and select two clips and release, they are perfectly synchronized now. If I play this, And here we are. This is the landing page of my website. And you don't know this, but what you can see here is that this has got an audio track and this has got an audio track. Both of them are enabled. So right now we are hearing audio from both of these sources. If I move the playhead a little bit further, and you pretty much... There is no echo, there is nothing. It's perfectly synchronized, so I don't have to do it manually. Cool, I like it. What about the picture-in-picture mode? Well, all I have to do is grab the layer that I want to be picture-in-picture, and that's pretty much it, right? And again, what I did, I literally just clicked on the footage and I selected that I want it to be picture-in-picture. That's it. Now I can choose where I want the picture-in-picture face to be, and the image, sorry, the recording. I'm gonna scale it down. I've got a few other options to use here. Okay, cool enough, right? Okay. Now, what about the big image? So I've got one recording at the bottom here, which is gonna serve me as the big image. Then I have this picture-in-picture image, then I have this big image again after the screen recording is finished. How do you do this? Well, in ReelBlocks, you don't. It automatically happens for you. So it understands that this is what you will want. If you have this other layer that is picture-in-picture, it will automatically scale it up for you. So I don't have to do anything. Audio is perfectly synchronized. This is the landing page of my website. Okay, and now another thing I need to do is add my watermark, which I'm gonna do by clicking on watermark, finding the watermark in my documents. If I go to YT channel watermark, I'm gonna drop that in, and there we go. And as you can see, the watermark, as soon as I dropped it in the cluster, which actually I needed to move the watermark around a bit for the app to pick up that it has been actually dropped on the cluster. It scales up to match the width of my cluster. The width of my cluster is the duration of the video. So I'll have this watermark here. I'm gonna zoom in on this so you can see better. I'm gonna have it for the duration of the video, and I can also decide to make it smaller, corner radius, add it in. There we go, voila, it's as easy as that. And now, so I have this, I have my walkthrough bit where I'm talking about things, and at the very end, I have a bit where I'm still recording the screen, but I'm not doing anything on the screen. So I think over here I want to finish it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab this back to scale it back a bit. And as you can see, I'm back to the big picture mode. That's it. That's all you have to do in order to achieve what I've done here. And this is it for the demo. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate that you are in this channel watching my videos. If you like this channel, you want to get updates about all the future projects that I'm gonna be working on, please subscribe. If you have got any ideas, suggestions, or you just wanna tell me anything about what I'm doing, like drop a comment. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Cheers.